so happy to have this chance to reconnect and speak with Atsuro Chiba. And Atsuro, thank you so much for joining me here on my podcast because your first language is Japanese. And I think your English is really good, but I know that it would be really challenging to do something like this in a different language personally, right? So thank you, first of all. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, Satsuro. I mean, I got a chance to meet you in San Diego when practicing with Tim Miller at the Ashtanga Yoga Center. And I just really enjoyed being in the room with you. And there's so many times where I would watch you practice and just be in awe of your dedication and focus. And so, and it's been a really long time since I've seen you. It was in 2015. So that's where are we 2024? That's like 9 years ago. And so I'm just excited. I've been really looking forward to having this chance to catch up with you and to hear about your yoga practice and your yoga journey and everything that you've been up to lately. Can you fill me in a little bit about um, your move from California to Hawaii?
Okay, I moved here, Hawaii, Oahu, 2 years ago.
Nice.
I've been always looking for the new place. I've um I've been practicing with Tim Miller for a long time, but I in my thoughts someday I'm gonna away from him. I mean independent, like
Yeah.
then I pass on what I taught from him. Uh, so I've been always looking for the new place, but I never found the place I want to move
Yeah.
because San Diego, Encinitas, it's, it's very good.
Yeah.
I love that place,
Yeah.
and yeah, Tim has studio to teach, and yeah,
Yeah. I hear
but,
you. Was
but
it
yeah.
did you just like did you decide like I'm bringing my family, we're just gonna go to Hawaii and you just flew out, or did you go to Hawaii and like find a place for your family and a house and everything, or like what was the circumstances to to make that move possible?
Yeah, I've been to Hawaii before, 17 years ago,
Mm,
for my friend's wedding. Then I really liked
yeah,
here.
yeah,
And if I move in US, probably Hawaii is my first choice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was thinking to move in California, like San Jose or Orange County,
yeah,
but probably I had a daughter, third grade that time, then probably it's good uh, for her to go to school in here.
yeah,
Yeah, and California school rule is we didn't fit us, the
yeah,
regulations.
yeah,
So that's one of the reason to
yes,
move to Hawaii.
yeah.
Yeah, we love oceans and natures. So
That's cool, Atsura. Where
yeah,
where in Oahu are you? Which town?
Honolulu.
You're in Honolulu. Nice.
Yeah.
And I got to go surfing with you in Encinitas.
Mhm.
And your surf skills are just as good as your yoga skills.
No.
So I'm wondering, are you still surfing? Are you still charging the surf like you were in California?
Yeah,
Nice. Are you going to North Shore and surfing Pipeline and Sunset?
no.
Where do you
Not big waves. No more. I
No,
mean, not no.
uh,
Actually, I didn't try. I tried the kind of big way for me in San Diego, but in Bali, Indonesia,
yeah,
but here no. And
yeah,
I live in South part, and I need to have time and energy to go
understand.
there.
Yeah,
But I can't focus for that right now. I'm
I understand.
so
I hear
yeah.
you. I
I
hear you.
serve around here,
Nice,
South.
amazing. And are you teaching Ashtanga yoga classes in Hawaii on the island in person?
Yeah, I only teach private in here,
Uh-huh.
and I teach online to Japan and California.
Cool.
Time is different, so I used to have American time schedule. I started teaching online since COVID.
Yeah.
Before I couldn't imagine I can teach yoga online.
I be- I agree, Atsuro. Me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Same
But
thing.
it works
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
And you have lots of students in Japan too? Or
Uh,
some students in Japan?
yeah, I have student in Japan.
Yeah.
So before I start online, I could meet them once, twice a year because visited. I'm visiting once, twice a year.
Yes.
But since the online class, I can meet them 4 times a week.
Got it.
So yeah, that's great
That's cool.
opportunity to meet
Yeah.
them.
That's cool. When you teach online, are you teaching combination of leg class and self-guided or Mysore style class, or are you doing just one or just the other?
I teach Mysore style and one lead class a week.
Cool. Nice. And so in the Mysore style, they have their camera on them and you'll just give them guidance via some cues on like move here, try this, move that, or is that kind of the way that you're doing? Is just like watching and giving verbal cues?
Yeah, barbecues is basic. So I give them more explanation. I tell them how to use their body correctly, and they need to do it. They do themselves.
Yeah,
So they understand their head, and then they try to do it by themselves.
yeah, yeah,
Mysore style in person, adjustment is the most of teachings
yeah,
in Mysore.
yeah,
So physically, they can feel, oh, this is correct, this is not correct, you know.
yeah,
Then they understand the head.
yeah,
First, physically understand, then the head.
yeah,
But the online is opposite.
yes,
You understand, then they do it by themselves.
yeah,
And I demonstrate sometimes so they can see my demonstration.
yes.
They
Atsura, I
can,
mean, you
yeah,
you you know, just so the listeners understand, for those,
okay.
I'm guessing some of the listeners know who you are because they see that, oh my gosh, Atsuro, I gotta listen because Atsuro is amazing. And then some people are going to be listening. For those of you listening that have not met Atsuro yet,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just have to let you know, those of you listening, like Atsuro's practice is very advanced. And maybe you won't like me to say that, Atsuro, because you're so humble. Like maybe you would think I would imagine, just from the little times I have gotten to know you, you're very humble. So maybe you don't want me to like talk about how advanced you are, but your practice is like amazing. Your yoga.
I practice advanced series, so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if I am advanced or not,
I
but I
understand.
practice advanced series of Ashtanga Yoga.
Can you tell me, because I know we're a little bit older now than we
Yeah,
were when we were
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. I feel it these days.
so I'm guessing, or let me ask you, are you still maintaining a 6 day a week Ashtanga practice?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh. And which is your day off? Do you take a same day off every week?
Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
You leave that open. Do you not practice on full moon and new moon?
I try to not,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes I do.
Yeah,
But
understood.
yeah, try to not.
And
But yeah,
how much time are you devoting each day to your
each day, yeah.
to your because I mean, I feel like you and I were very, very lucky to
Mhm.
share our teacher Tim Miller, because Tim taught us and brought to the table the asana practice, the pranayama practice, the kirtan practice, he kind of brought, in my opinion, and I'm guessing you would agree, but you can tell me if you don't, but I feel like Tim brought the whole thing. Tim was such a avid lover of the yoga, so dedicated to the yoga practice.
Yeah.
And so when can you tell me a little more about like what kind of approach you're taking these days? Like, do you start with pranayama and practice some asana series? Like, are you trying to do like where you start the week with like a second series practice and then you're doing a third series practice on the second day and then the fourth series practice on the next couple days and then going back to a primary series practice on your last day? Or what does it look like for you these days?
These days I practice all of series a week.
Mm,
So once primary, once second. The rest of days I practice advanced series.
yeah,
And the primary, pranayama, I practice after asana practice,
got it.
but not whole thing every time. Shorter,
Understood. Got it.
maybe
Yeah.
easier, you know?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
what time are you waking up and getting started?
Um, 5, 6 in the morning and try to practice earlier.
Uh-huh.
But, so around 7 is my best time, like
Yeah.
same schedule in Encinitas
Yeah.
team studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I practice late, like 8 or 9, if
Nice.
I have time. Yeah, I do it. It's
Nice.
easier. It's little late, start late because my body is warmer
Yeah.
and temperature is also warmer.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling physically these days to maintain that type of serious, that's a serious, it's challenging. It's a challenging practice to kind of keep maintaining on that level. Are
Hmm.
you feeling are you feeling pretty good? Are you needing to like change things in any way because of any challenges like pain or discomfort? Or do you feel like you're feeling dialed in and tuned up these days? Like what have you noticed in terms of the change with gradual aging process?
Aging process. Yeah, I feel different. You know, I definitely feel different, my body.
Yeah.
Also my mind, because when I practice with him, it's very different, very easier to focus because Tim already create the energy
Yeah.
in the studio, in the shower.
Yeah.
There is, good vibes, good you know, energy to practice, good, easy to focus.
Yeah.
But I've been practice by myself. So everything I need to decide what time I practice,
Yeah.
how long, like how how pace I should practice and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think physically I'm not that I don't feel much difference, but the mind is different
Mm.
when I was there and here.
Yes.
So and I feel, body and mind is connected, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so it's influence for me.
Yeah.
And practice, I want to improve my practice. My physical body is, I don't know if uh, it's improving or not, but I have experience for practicing, so I can practice more smarter.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah,
And
and I still, technical part, I still, I want to improve,
yeah.
and I think I can do it if I keep trying.
Yes.
Yes, and so it's good. It's fun to practice.
Yeah. That's cool, Atsuro, man.
Yeah, because I always changing. I want to change. I think people who practice yoga, they want to change something,
Yeah.
then practice. There's many reasons, each of them, but if you have that kind of, thing, then you can enjoy the practice.
Yes. Yes. Do you feel like it's evolving in terms of like subtlety? Like the subtle body, are you feeling like you're going deeper some days? Like do you feel like there's like we hear like things get better as they age, right? Like in relation to if we let something, steep and go through a full maturation process, they get better. In what ways do you feel like your yoga practice is improving?
Um, I'm sorry, sorry, I
Yeah,
cannot. I
it's
don't.
okay. Like, do you feel like, let me try to think of an example. So, like, maybe physically, like personally, I've had some challenges in my body physically, like pain wise. So I've had to be a little less uh intense with my
Okay.
practice, and I've had to like, but even though I feel like in some days if I judge myself, wrongly in my opinion, I would say I'm getting worse. But then if I look for where I'm actually improving, I feel like where I'm improving is just like appreciating less. Like I feel like I can appreciate less now a little better. Whereas before I was like, I need more. I need more. Like
Mm,
give me more. And now I'm starting to like feel a little more like, wait, give me less. I want a little less. So I'm just curious if you've noticed like I guess maybe like the quality of like attention, or if you've noticed like a difference in terms of the way that you're approaching it.
yeah, my body, I used to have more muscles, I feel, but I keep training, then I can keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you less practice, then
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah.
So I don't want, um, so my physical body, I feel still young.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be,
Yeah.
and but you know, if your mind become weak, oh, I'm old, so I don't need to, I should not practice hard. Then I become like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm still young.
Yeah.
I and if I keep doing same thing, then I can keep same
Yeah. Yeah.
physical.
Yeah.
It's easier to get fat around the belly. I feel it. So I try not eating food which I gain the weight bad way
Yes. Yes.
more than before. When I was younger, I didn't not so much care. I
Yeah.
mean, I care about what I eat, but getting old, and I care about more. Then uh, hmm,
Understood. I hear you,
yeah.
Atsuro. I'm curious, what, how has it been hard not practicing with Tim? Because I personally, like, I miss Tim a lot. I haven't seen him in a long time. So I'm curious, do you find it like, I saw that you wrote a social media post where you had said that I feel like I'm going to continue the teachings that Tim taught me. And I got this feeling from you that you had maybe been wondering or thinking about, like, what do I do now? Like, how do I should I continue on teaching, or should I continue on sharing the yoga? And that you had a little bit of an epiphany or a moment of clarity, that you were like, feel like my role or my duty now is to share what I've learned from my practice with him. Can you tell me if you did go through like a bit of a adjustment period or a difficult time, uh, making that adjustment from being in that amazing vibes that were there to like where you are now, holding it down on your own, like real self-sufficient style? Does that make sense?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, Tim stopped teaching. It was not happy to. It's not. Everybody not happy how he stopped teaching, because he's been teaching straight, not resting. Closer people who close to him, um, me and some teachers, they wanted him to take rest because he never take rest.
Yeah.
He goes to workshop in a weekend, then come back, then straight to teach to locals, and
Yep. Yeah.
so he's been teaching hard for many many years,
Yep.
and then he stopped teaching.
Yeah.
Then so I mm, it was uh mm, not happy,
Yeah.
like
Not
yeah,
happy.
right.
I was not
Then
happy. Yeah.
yeah, me, yeah. And I want him to back to teach,
Yeah.
or uh, or become healthier, or become strong again.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I left studio, and some teachers left, you know. Then I um I start practice by myself,
Yes.
and always, I thinking about him.
Yeah.
Um, is he okay? You know, I wanna him to be. you know, happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then, yeah, then when I talked to them, Guruji passed away 92 years old or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So I asked him, Tim, you have a dream? Then he said, dream? Keep teaching.
Yeah.
He said, okay. So Guruji stopped teaching, then he passed away.
Mm.
And then I told him, okay, so if you keep teaching, then you're not gonna die. We're laughing. But you
Yeah.
know, and the other day he told us that so Guruji passed away, but if Tim keep teaching, that means Guruji keep arriving.
Mm.
So that two things come out my mind last year.
Yeah.
Then yeah, if I keep teaching, then probably Tim will be happy.
Yes.
Then I feel so different. I am more I can be more positive
Yeah.
way of thought I could get. Um so my passion came back.
Mm.
My passion of teaching it came back.
I kind of felt that from when you wrote that. I felt that, Atsuro,
Yeah.
from the way you communicated it. Yeah. It was good. It inspired me. It gave me
Oh,
some inspiration because I've gone through similar, maybe not exactly the same, but similar type of feeling of like just the challenge of like when you have a teacher and you have somebody that you're getting that much sort of connection and guidance from, and then when I stand alone, I feel like I'm standing alone, but then I'll always imagine Tim or think of something he would say or something that a way he would look at me, or just something that kind of brings me comfort, and it reminds me like, oh, okay, I keep going here, right? I'm gonna keep going. And I'll never forget the first time I went to his studio when he was on E Street in the little studio off of do you remember the E Street studio? The one
no,
that,
I no.
okay.
I've never been there. Since I met him, he changed to the
Uh-huh.
studio. So he
Uh-huh.
has temporary studio, I mean place to
Yeah.
teach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. And so, and I had just gotten back from Mysore, and when I was in Mysore, I couldn't do kukutasana.
Mhm.
I couldn't slide my arms through my kukutasana. So, and I was really nervous when I was in Mysore, and I thought, there's no way Sharat's going to let me go any further. And he did, I was so happy because I was like, cool, I'm going to be able to go all the way through the primary series. But I couldn't get my arms through, and I was just struggling. And the first time I showed up at Tim's studio, because when I arrived in Mysore, Patabi Joyce, when I went to sign up, he said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "San Diego." And he goes, "Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim." And I didn't even know, I didn't even know who Tim Miller was. I didn't even
Okay.
know that, I didn't know I was living in the town that Tim lived in. Because I
I,
hadn't practiced in the Ashtanga before we went to Mysore. We just kind of went there totally green and not knowing what we were doing at all.
oh
And,
wow.
and right. And so when I came back, and the first time I went to practice with Tim, I got to my Garbha Pindasana, and I kind of fudged my way through it. And he kind of looked at me and he gave me that sort of like, kind of like sideways look, like, I don't know if that's good enough. And so he kind of sat down, and it was the most amazing experience the way he just grabbed my hands, slid them right through, got my hands on my chin, rolled me around in a circle, popped me up into Kukutasana, And just that little experience got me so pumped up. I remember I came out of the studio and I called my mom right away. I was like, Mom, you're never going to believe what happened. I went to the studio with this guy, Tim Miller, and he put me into this pose and he like whipped me around. And I was like, I felt like my whole energy just like was so lit up. It was so fun and I felt so good and I was so hooked from that moment. Like and I had good times in India, but when I got to practice with Tim, that's when I feel like I really I really connected to the
Mm.
yoga. Yeah. And so I guess I want to ask you, or I'm curious, can you share a story with me of when you were practicing with Tim, something, it doesn't have to be anything like that. I don't know, but like, do you have any stories for me of good vibes of just like some experiences that you've had with him?
Yeah, so he doesn't speak not that much in his Mysore class, and but always he knows my attitude or like my thought, and he is like mirror. So when I am not good behavior, and he when I look him, then oh, I'm not good right now. And, and when I am, opposite way, like I am more, I have more too much energy or not calm, then when I see his face, then oh, I was too much, you know, high, energy, like oh,
Yeah,
I need to stay down. Like so
yeah,
he even we don't speak, I can feel what he is. I mean, he always bring uh, me to right place. So that's the
yeah,
one big
yeah.
uh,
Good answer, Atsuro.
moment.
Yeah, that is a
And
big moment. That is a big moment.
yeah,
That's kind of cool that to hear you say that, like for somebody to help us to bring us to the right place. That's actually a really cool way to say it. You're right.
yeah, but not, I think not everyone.
Yeah.
If, some people think, oh, he's mean. Some people notice, oh, what, oh, he's telling me, what should I do? Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So depends on people,
Yeah.
how
I
how they
could.
feel.
Yeah.
But I think it's I know him for a long time. Then I become like that. You know,
Yes.
I yeah. And yeah, in practice, his adjustment is not only correct the asana, also I got energy,
Mm.
light energy. Like after adjustment, for example, down dog
Yeah.
in Surya Namaskara, A or B. After his adjustment in down dog, then after that, when I jump forward, I feel so light. So,
I hear you,
mm,
Atsuro.
yeah, so
Yeah.
energy, also like a relationship, like I could feel the energy changing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
and yeah,
Have you have you had I know like when you've assisted me before, I feel like you have a very good understanding of alignment and just like your assists are really good. Like you really I feel like you're really paying attention and looking at the body. and kind of knowing what to do in the moment. Do you feel like, can you explain a little bit, if we imagine someone listening is new to doing or offering assist, hands-on assist with students, can you explain a little bit about your approach, or what sort of process you take when you think about it or when you assess the situation, and knowing how much and how little and where to apply and where not to apply? Is that something that you can put into words? I know that's a harder question because maybe
Um,
it's just totally natural for you and you don't even think about it. But I'm curious if there's any sort of thought process that you go through in your, like, seeing, assessing, and then applying.
okay, so when I meet students, I see them, how they are feeling inside, and how their body type, big muscle, small muscle, big bone, skinny, fat, like the balance of fat and muscles. Then when I adjust, um, so I into their body, then I touch them. Then I just collect their asana. Then so when I touch, I can get more information through my hands or place the body which place to them. So I just feel it. I just feel something.
Yeah,
Then how much I should push or how much I pull, or you know, I find I try to find.
yeah,
Then basically I just correct the asana. It's hard to explain, but
yeah, yeah,
it's through looking and touching and all of things.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you feel like your assisting is improving the more you're teaching? Are you still, do you feel like you're still
with
getting, because I know you said that you teach privates, and so obviously you're still able to assist students in your private lessons. Do you feel like you're still improving and getting better with time?
uh, I'm not sure, but I believe so.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
but
I think,
still, I
yeah,
have a lot of recognized.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think I hope I'm improving still.
yeah,
Yeah, as long as I practice teaching to try improve, then I think I can do it.
yeah. Cool. That's what I'm so curious. Where in Japan did you grow up?
Oh, Kanagawa.
Is that,
It's
I apologize because I don't know the
oh
geography.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
It's
that
south of Tokyo.
south, a city or more of a country town?
Country town, but in a good way.
Yeah, cool.
Like a kind of resort, not not like San Diego.
Huh? Yeah,
Many people visiting to San Diego,
got it. Got it.
like in Japan, and it's called Hayama City.
Mm,
There is a second house of emperor, so it's kind of famous city in Japan,
nice.
and there is ocean and mountain,
Beautiful.
basically.
Yeah,
But many people from Tokyo visiting there
got
in
it.
weekend. So there's some fancy shops, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like fashionable
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
stores. So it's not really country town, like, you know,
Got it.
it's
Understand.
mixing.
What type of activities were you into when you were a kid? Like,
I swim
ah,
since 3 or 4 or 5, you know.
like competitively? Were you
I become that stage, but I didn't do it. I just
yeah.
swim, like free swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I complete the stage
Uh-huh.
in sixth grade. I mean, like 12 years old,
Uh-huh.
12, 13.
Cool.
I complete. Then then I finished.
Got it.
Yeah,
How old were you when you came to United States?
around 20
Got it.
before become 20 years
Did
old.
you go to like the equivalent of university in Japan, or did you after high school? I don't
After
know.
high school,
Uh-huh.
I came to US
Got it. Got it.
and went to college. Yeah.
You went to college here in the States?
Hmm.
Nice. What did you study when you were here?
Advertisement.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And when did you take your first yoga class?
2002.
Got it. And where and with who?
My friend in San Diego, before taking classes, I study yoga with book,
Uh-huh.
but I really don't understand how to take poses.
Yeah.
Then my friend said, I went to yoga class and it was good. And you want to go? Then yeah, let's go. Then I took class. First, I tried like vinyasa class. Like I tried the Bikram,
Hmm.
some type of yoga. I tried and it was good. I felt center
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
body. Then I tried Ashtanga in San Diego. Then, oh, this is what I want to practice. It's it's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Jump back, jump through in the same pose, and oh,
Yeah.
it's I felt really different than uh, compared to other type of yoga.
Yeah.
Then it's more challenging to practice. Then after practice, I also felt different,
Mm.
something good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I into practice Ashtanga. I My first teacher who trained by Tim Miller, and she was really good teacher.
Who was that?
Her name is Malal Haditi. Do you know her?
I
She doesn't teach Ashtanga
don't know
anymore.
if I met her. I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. She also influenced by David Swenson.
Hmm.
So David Swenson book, the practice manual.
Yeah.
She she has one. She had one. Then I studied that book.
Yeah.
It's really good book.
It is.
You should have one if you practice Ashtanga.
Oh yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
one. You're right. It's
and
very
I love him too. I didn't met him many times, but I met him in California a couple of times,
yeah.
and I love him.
He's amazing, isn't he?
He's
David.
amazing.
He's
Yes,
so funny
he's funny.
and so talented. I know.
Yes, yes.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah,
That's cool. And then
yeah.
at some point, because the teacher that you were teaching with and she was a student of Tim, she said, "Well, you should go practice with Tim."
No, she didn't say that, but I when I become serious practitioner, then I went to Tim. So
Yeah.
first 2, 3 years I practice, but not seriously. Then when I decided to teach, then I become serious. Then I went to Tim.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
And can you remember what your first class with Tim was like?
Yeah, it was hotel.
Ah, I remember.
So
I remember.
yeah,
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 I remember Atsuro. That's
next to
right.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was so interesting, Atsuro, because the vibe in the E Street studio was so good. And then Patabi Joyce came to Encinitas and taught at the YMCA, and the vibes were amazing. There was like so many people. There was like 300 people or whatever show up.
Mhm.
And I remember then Tim had to close the E Street studio, and he was in the hotel. and the, and
Yeah,
the hotel vibe wasn't, it was good. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like you can be anywhere, right? Like
yeah.
it doesn't matter what the room is like. It doesn't matter. But I remember like the energy was like peaking from the whole E Street, and then the E Street closed. And when the E Street closed, that's when I think even Patabi Joyce might have went with Tim for the closing or something. So there was like a very emotional. I think people are very emotional because they were so
Yeah.
attached to the energy there, and just the vibe that had been created in that room for so many years. And then we went to the hotel, and there weren't that many people. And I remember thinking, wow, like I hope I'm not saying too much right now at Soro, but I remember because I had so much admiration for these guys. Like I was like a little bit awestruck and thinking like these are famous yoga people, right? These are like famous yogis. And I thought when I saw how the energy could be so dynamic and then it could just get so quiet all of a sudden, it made me go, even that happens to some of the most famous people. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, I guess just like the reality of like, it's not always just super blowing up and just so exciting. Like, sometimes it does get a little bit kind of like, oh, wow, well, that was interesting. And now we're here and it's really quiet. And how could it be quiet after it was so busy like that? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, the room is very quiet, but you can only hear their sound of breath.
Yeah.
But the practice, what pra- their practice is I've never seen like very dedicated practice. So first, yeah, oh, they
Mm,
um I felt devotion to practice. The people practice really deep, so their life, you know,
yeah.
calendar their life to practice. That I thought.
Yeah.
Um,
That's cool. That's cool, man. I
yeah,
just enjoy hearing your stories. I I know it's amazing, isn't it? That's cool that you got so like you were in that environment and took it so seriously and really honed in on the focus and just so dedicated to it.
yeah,
I'm so happy
yeah.
to see that
Yeah.
you are keeping it going, right? You're keeping it alive and you're actively involved in keeping it going, and I feel your humility, and I'm curious, we had a chance to sing Hanuman Chalisa with Tim. Do you still maintain or do you do any Hanuman Chalisa practice anymore?
I listen Hanuman Teresa when I take Shavasana, when I take rest.
Ah,
I I do it sometimes, but
uh-huh,
I don't chant or sing in
uh-huh,
Hanumanasana.
uh-huh.
I only chant invocation, Ashtanga, beginning and at the end,
Yeah,
and Pranayama chanting from Tim.
yeah,
That that are long chanting.
yeah.
and I feel different after chanting. I feel more focusing. Like when I practice primary seeds first time, and you feel different, right? You feel more um, better inside, more you feel more center, mind and the body. So after chanting, I feel the same these days. I mean, last
Yeah.
10 years or something.
Yeah.
When I practice pranayama with Tim,
Yeah.
his practice is very deep, like less than 1 hour, like 55 minutes or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And he practiced pranayama by himself at 6 o'clock. Then we can join his pranayama practice. Then we just follow him. In the teacher training, he explained how to do it very detailed, but regular day, he only he practiced by for him, but we can join him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When I practiced with him for 2 3 years, then I was wondering if I can do it like Tim because it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
So
Then
hard, Atsuro.
after 4 5 years later, I could do it like
Wow.
I can I could follow him.
Uh-huh.
Then my chanting changed.
Mm.
I uh and I chant, but I didn't feel anything before. But when I chant, then I feel something after kind of master pranayama.
Yeah.
Then that year in teacher training, Tim said, if you master the pranayama, chanting changed.
Mm.
Then oh, I just felt that, and
That's cool.
that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you, Atsura. I remember I would show up and I'd see everybody sitting in the pranayama circle, and I would think, well, I'm curious. I want to try. I wonder if I'm allowed to try. And and then so I don't remember who I asked, and they said, well, you can try. And so I never really thought about cheating. Like cheating, like where like when you're holding your nostrils and maybe just opening one up and letting a little air in to try to like survive because you think you're
Mhm.
not going to make it. And just trembling and sweating and trying to keep up with Tim. And then when somebody finally said, "Well, Todd, just cheat a little bit. Like don't do it loudly where anybody can hear you. Just like," and then I was like, oh my gosh, now I can survive. Like I didn't think I was gonna make it through it. Like the most difficult. And it's so funny how it can be so, like that we were so, it was so difficult that I wanted to keep going back. I kept wondering myself, why do I want to go back and do that again? That's so hard. But
Yeah.
that it was so intriguing at the same time. That's so fascinating to hear that, like you said, like after 4 or 5 years of doing every day with Tim, that finally you could even keep up. But it's interesting too to think that you felt some change in when you're chanting. Do you feel like it was just because your capacity, your breathing capacity had gotten to a point where you really felt like you were using your voice and your vocal cords and your air in your lungs to a level that's when the chanting really became more powerful for you? Or I mean, I don't, I know you did a great job of explaining it already, but is that do you think like why your chanting felt like it opened up?
I think I can feel
Yeah.
more sensitive, the energy part probably.
Mm, yeah.
So
Got it.
Before um, my feeling is I live in the earth. I live on the earth. Then my pranayama become deeper. Then I felt, oh, I am the part of the universe
Mhm.
that I felt in pranayama practice.
Yeah.
So that I that feel was
Yeah.
very shock
Mhm.
in good way.
Yeah.
That changed. That more like since that moment I felt,
Yeah. That makes
then
sense.
I changed my view of the world. It's different.
Yeah.
I used to live in small world more, then expand.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I am the part of universe.
Nice.
Yes, I felt. So I think I can feel more than before.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well said. That's so cool, Atsuro. Man, I'm so excited to have this chance. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation to
Oh,
thank you so much for accepting my invitation, Atsuro, because I know again, I know difficult with different language. And you had said to me before I hit record button, you said, I just want to improve, so I want to do it. I just
yeah.
I just want to get better. And I think you did an amazing job. I really do. I think like
uh,
your English is great and
oh,
you've got it. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. I don't think you have anything to worry about. And thank you so much for like being willing to, because I know it can be a little vulnerable and intimidating to like put stuff out into like the world, but I do want to make sure everyone listening goes to your Instagram page and follows you, and it's Satsuro Yoga, and I'll have the link in the description. And your family is so beautiful, and I love the way that you have two daughters, and but your
one
old
daughter and one son.
oh, I'm so sorry, Atsuro. I didn't.
That's okay.
Your oldest
Yeah.
is your daughter, and the baby.
Daughter is 10 years old.
Yeah,
My son is 8 months.
8 months. I'm so sorry. I said
Oh,
daughter.
no, no.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks like you don't know a boy or girl.
yeah. With
In
the,
that like 8 months, years old age.
and sometimes when you write your post, they're in Japanese, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm just gonna read off of the photo. I have no idea what those characters mean. I know I can hit the little button
oh,
that will translate,
that translate. I
but
see. I see.
it's so cute when your daughter helps you in your yoga poses and stuff. Like she'll help you do assists, and it's amazing. You have the cutest family, man. You have a great. You guys have such a good vibe, and I love watching you on your social media, and the energy that you put out is amazing. And that photo of you on the cliff doing the arm balance in Hawaii is so great, man. Those photos are just spectacular. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing. It's like art. And again, I mean, honestly, Atsura, I think of when I got a chance to practice with you, I feel like you're like just a master craftsman. Like I honestly, like I mean, I feel like you take it to the place of like being a master craftsman. Like if maybe you decided to like be an artist like in carve, and you chose like you were gonna learn how to carve and make art, that you would be a master artist. Like that's the kind of attention that you put into the practice, and it feels amazing. And I miss getting a chance to practice with you, and I'm so thankful to have this chance to talk. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I want to practice with you again. And yeah, maybe surf together or anything.
I know I want to go surfing again too. I
Do
remember
you surf still?
I
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my son is 18, and
Okay.
he's really into surfing, and
Oh, nice.
And I'm always, because we have the studio here, I'm always teaching. And my son is always like,
I
come
see.
on, let's go surf. Let's go surf. And sometimes I teach all day from like, 6 in the morning until 6 at night. Cause I,
Wow.
because I'm doing massages in between. So I teach and
Oh,
then massage and teach and do massage. So sometimes I'm so, by the time it's like the sun is going down, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna go home, Ethan. You go surfing. So like I still do though. I am getting out there,
I
and I've been getting into like doing a little bit more like fun shape riding and like longer like longboard riding too. Like so I,
mm,
but I still do get on a short board as well. And, I want to keep my shortboard skills up. I mean, Florida surf and Hawaii surf is a very big, difference. And I did get a chance to live on Maui for a year, and I used to surf in Hawaii, and I did get a chance to surf on Oahu and on North Shore. But that was so many years ago. Like, I agree with you. Like, when I asked you if you surf Pipeline and Sunset, and you're like, whoa, like, that's such a serious level of commitment to feel confident in that type of really critical surf. But
mhm.
so yes, I do. But if I were to come visit you on Oahu, I think I would stay at Waikiki and just like go longboard surf with you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walking at the beach is amazing,
Oh,
even you don't surf,
yeah. I agree.
and being in the water is so good.
So good.
Yeah. Then if you have surfboards,
Yeah.
maybe fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can come. I could bring the family to Hawaii, and or
Yeah.
if
How
you're
many kids you have?
I have two.
Two? Okay.
My
18.
son, my 18, and my daughter's 11.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
close. Close
Close.
age.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I know. Well, hopefully we can get together again, Atsuro. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you probably aren't going to be traveling to Florida for any particular reason and soon because it's so far away. But if you are ever in this area, please let me know because
Oh, sure.
I would
Sure.
love to have you here and teach classes, and I would love to have you come to our studio. So it would be a huge honor. But again, and it feels really good to have conversation with you because of how much I appreciate and love Tim, and I could definitely, every time I saw you guys together, you guys have like the classic like Hanuman and Rama type of vibe, like so much good vibes there. So I just thank you, Atsuro. I can't wait
Thank you, Todd.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.